Good morning, everybody. Allison Anderson here, and today I wanted to start off our sneak peek group talking about what is a Beachbody coach. So some of you may not even know what we do, what we are and represent. So today I want to talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to give you 5 things you need to know before becoming a coach. So first thing, being a Beachbody coach, we are in the business of helping others. Our main motivation should always be to help change the lives of others in a positive way. So if you're here because you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, you think you're going to be $1 million earner in a week, no, this isn't the business for you then. And frankly, any business that says you can do that is probably a scam, which is why this is not. But we'll talk more about that one too later. So what it takes to be a coach. We want to be able to help others. We want to have the motivation to help others. You have to want to, right? And you don't have to have any certain background or qualifications. So a lot of people say, well, I don't know anything about nutrition, or I'm not at my goal body. I don't look like a fitness model. I don't either. And I didn't have a strong background in nutrition. Everything I learned was from treatment. For an eating disorder. So way different type of nutrition than a lot of people who come to coaches are looking for. So the beauty of this is that Beachbody does all of that for you. They provide you with that information. They have on board with them genius nutritionists, personal trainers. Autumn Calabrese is a name you need to get familiar with. Tons of trainers and people who know about that stuff. And they wrap that all up in a nice little box called the Challenge Pack, and they send it to us to share with people. And so our main job is helping support them and sharing our own journey along the way to help inspire them too. And that accountability piece is huge too. So don't worry if you don't know about nutrition. Don't worry if you don't look like a fitness model. Don't worry if you're not a personal trainer. You don't need to be. That's what's so great about this. So the 5 things you need to know. Not a get-rich-quick scheme. I promise you that. Yes, you can end up making tons of money. I think we have over 20 people in the $1 Million Earners Club. So it's a real financial opportunity business. But that didn't happen in a week. It didn't take 10 years for a lot of them. One of them was there in a year. But it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of dedication and things like that is my job to help you with if I'm your coach and you sign on to do this. But your number one goal should always be to help others. So your income is going to be a direct reflection of how many lives you change. So the more people that you provide that support with and help and get on board with your journey, the more income you're going to make. We get paid for helping people be happier and healthier. So it's like, that's the job. Number 2, be the change you wish to see in your business. So we'll talk about some things called the vital behaviors once you become a coach, and that's the 4 things you want to do daily, weekly, monthly to keep your business going. 4 simple steps that if you do consistently, you will be successful. And so we do not just sell stuff. The money we make commission-wise from sales is actually very small. That's not a main part of our income is commission. So we don't want you to be salesy. We don't want you to do any of that stuff that people are so uncomfortable and feel icky about. We stay away from that. We're not sales. And so we're just using our lives to encourage and inspire others. So we want you sticking with your journey. I want you to be healthy. That's my goal as your coach. I want you to stick with the health and nutrition, being positive. As a mental health counselor, I have a master's in counseling. I'm also concerned with the well-being mentally and emotionally of anyone I come into contact with. So I want you to be more positive. I want you to be happier. Things like that. I have a history of anxiety and depression. And I now use exercise and nutrition and other coping skills to 100% control those things in my life. I have not been on meds in over 20 months because I started focusing on these things. So I want to add that component in. And so we just want to help people be happier and healthier. That's our main goal. So number 3, we are independent business owners. When you sign on to be a coach, you are not an employee of Beachbody. You're an independent coach. They just provide you with the compensation plan type of thing and that challenge pack. What you do with your business, where you run it, is up to you. And it's not even a reflection of me. I cannot take credit for any coach's success or failure. My job is to get you set up and provide you with the tools for you to take and run your own business. And I do that. I know one of my personal goals for any of my coaches for the rest of this year is to get them to that first promotion and to get them that free ticket to our Coach Summit in New Orleans next year, their first 3 months of coaching. So that's my goal for anyone I sign up. I want as many of my coaches with me in New Orleans next year for free as I can. So I'm going to be there with you. I'm your cheerleader in your background, pumping you forward and trying to help you grow your business. But it's up to you and doing hard work. One thing that is hard about being your own business owner is there's no set deadlines, no set schedule, no set duties. A lot of people don't think about it, but they get comfortable with that at a regular job. There's more structure. So with this one, a lot of coaches that I see, they start out and they'll take a week off, or I don't want to work, it's the weekend. You can't do that when you're an independent coach. You try and work every day. And most of the time it's an hour a day. We have these things called power hours where you knock out a lot of work in 1 hour. But you have to be self-motivated, self-disciplined, and you have to know how to manage your time. And I still struggle with that sometimes too, and I've been in here 9 months, but it gets better and you just have to work at it like anything else. The best example or comparison that I have for what it's like to be an independent business owner and an employee for somebody is like high school and college. So in high school, everyone has to go. There's set material, set schedule, set hours. Someone, if you don't show up, someone's calling your mom saying, hey, so-and-so didn't show up. College is like being your own business owner. It's for the elite. It's for the people who want to work harder and change their lives for the better. You get to pick your schedule. You get to pick how hard you work. And if you don't show up to class, there's no professor calling your mommy and daddy saying they missed out on this. And if you drop out, that's on you. It's your responsibility. So you've just missed a big opportunity, right? So this is for the elite. This is like college. This is for people wanting to do that extra work and go that extra mile. Number 4, perceived perfection equals no connection. Okay, this is one of the big ones that I hear from new coaches that I cannot stress enough. You do not have to look perfect, whatever that means, to be a coach. You don't have to have your life together. You don't have to have anything to be a coach. You can be as broken as you are and come and be successful. And actually, pretending to be perfect on social media, which is easy to do, turns people off. They don't want to see perfection. They can't relate to that. They see that in celebrities all the time on TV. How lucky it is to look like Giselle, what's her face from Victoria's Secret. Lucky to be born like that. That's cool. They don't want that. They can't relate to that. They want to relate to the person squeezing in workouts between screaming children. They want to see someone struggling financially and excited about making enough to pay their electricity bill. They want to see people, myself included, I post this one a lot. Oh, dang, I went on the border and ate enchiladas again. I'm going to pick back up in the morning back on my plan. So they want to see truth. They want to see real. But to do that, you have to be willing to be vulnerable and share your journey. That's hard because we want to pretend we're perfect, right? So perfection is not relatable. And one of the things that I think I bring to the table that's different from some other coaches is my background in counseling and mental health. And I love helping people get vulnerable. So if that's a struggle for you, that's how you're going to grow, is to do that. Putting those imperfections, those perceived imperfections out there is how you feel better and how you overcome struggles of your own. So I want to help you learn to be vulnerable. Number 5, the last one, big dreamers equals big doers. So to be successful in this business, you have to raise your own bar. You have to dream big. That's what we call your why you want to do this, what's going to keep driving you. When you have a week and you don't sign anyone new, when you have a hard time, when you're struggling in your business, what's that fuel that's going to keep you going? And you need a strong reason, or you're going to give up, you're going to quit. If this business doesn't matter, if the money you don't care about, if helping others you don't care about, and you just feel like your life's going great and you don't need this, It's not going to push you when you start to struggle or when it gets hard. I know for me, my why to begin with, I wanted to follow a healthy nutrition plan while pregnant. I did not want to accidentally kind of relapse with my eating disorder while pregnant. And afterwards, I wanted to model healthy eating behaviors and exercise and things like that for my daughter. I was scared about accidentally showing her, mommy looking sad in the mirror, looking at her body, things like that. That's scary. So I wanted a plan to follow. I wanted to be surrounded with positivity. And so that was my initial motivation. After that, it grew into, oh my gosh, I could use this to stay home. Maybe I could make $300, $400 and work part-time or something. And so I worked towards that. And now I've seen this opportunity grow so much, and I've just seen people, and I've worked so hard that I'm pushing, and I know it's possible that in 4 or 5 years, I'm retiring my husband from his job. So my why now is I'm going to keep pushing and keep working hard so my husband doesn't have to miss out on any other milestones that our daughter does. So that he doesn't have to miss out on life and spend it working while we sit at home. That's my why, and every time I want to quit or take a day off, I think about, is this getting me closer to having my husband Seth stay home? And the answer is usually no. And so that gets me up earlier, that gets me staying up later, that has me working during nap times, that pushes me. So find out what's going to push you in this business. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want this opportunity? And that's going to fuel you. And when you sign up, that's something else I help you with is developing that why. Okay, and that's something we keep reevaluating because, like I said, it can change. So I think that's a lot of information for one day, but I wanted to give you just kind of a sneak peek into what it is to be a coach, like that exact thing. Like, what do we do? We're not about sales. We're not perfect fitness nutrition models. We're not anything like that. And so I hope that helped a little bit. So tomorrow we're going to talk about what it takes to be a coach, like specifics. There's no kit. There's no big buy-in, no huge initial investment. So what it takes to be a coach and the different types of coaches. There's 3. So not everyone who joins up to be a coach has to do what I'm doing. There's different variations. So you make it work for you. However you want to coach is how you coach. And that's my job to help you do that. So I'm excited to talk to you all tomorrow. Post any questions you have below, and I will see you all in the morning. Bye.